So Nathan Rich is right about the Hong Kong protest, and from the very beginning, I myself had said, what is everyone freaking out about? And I think I did the same thing as him. I went online and I looked and I tried to find out what the bill was actually about, right? Because I know this happens in America. A lot of times a bill or something is trying to be passed and people are complaining and making a big deal, and people don't even understand the bill. People don't even read the bill. People don't even read the headline of the bill. They literally just take something out of context that is on the news, and people don't try to understand why or how this bill affects anyone, actually. So I did the same thing, and I went online and I looked it up, and some of the things I found were the same thing as Nathan Rich, and I wanted to make the video, but I didn't want to make the video because I realized that a lot of the people that watch my channel would not be happy about it, right? That they wouldn't support what I was saying. But I have to agree, this bill is very important, and actually it's almost like the people that made this bill realized that it would be controversial, because there are so many things in the bill that makes it sound, oh, well, that's not so bad, you know? As extradition, right? Extradition is something that has to happen between countries, right? If someone commits a crime in one country, they can't just go to another country and be free, right? Because everyone knows for a long time that Hong Kong has been China's Mexico, right? You know, in America, people get in trouble, they go to Mexico. Well, it's the same thing here. So basically, now what is happening is they're saying that we're tired of this and we want to extradite someone because of the murder that happened in Taiwan, right? But there's no way to extradite. And this is crazy. This is unheard of, really. You know, there's no modern day country that doesn't have some kind of extradition, right? So for Hong Kong to not have this is a little strange. And I think the main thing that has been pointed out in Nathan Rich's video, and I want to say I checked around the internet and no one is in support of this bill pretty much except for him and except for me, because I read about it also. And I thought, wow, it's very strange that no one is in support of this bill, because actually the main thing that caught my attention was the fact that you can't just extradite anyone, right? That the Hong Kong government has come out and said, hey, we're not just going to extradite anyone for any reason, right? If you say something negative in Hong Kong about mainland China's government, they're not going to extradite you, right? It's not going to happen. It has to be illegal. And I think that's something that was said in Nathan Rich's video probably 10 times that really caught my attention in the beginning. So I remember thinking, if you're in Hong Kong and you've broken a law in Hong Kong or in mainland China that would also be a law in Hong Kong, it's true, you should be extradited, right? You should pay for your crime, especially for something like murder, right? So I have to agree 1000% with Nathan Rich, and I think it's unfortunate that no one has read this bill, that no one actually cares about the points of this bill, and that no one has even tried to really make a video except for him telling the truth about this. I feel like this is being blown way out of proportion for no reason, and people don't even understand. And it's kind of strange because the people in Hong Kong are smart enough to know better, right? They're students, they're in university, they should know better. But for some reason, this continues on and on and on every day, and it is no longer, as Nathan Rich said in his last video, it is no longer a peaceful protest, right? It has become a riot, and I think it's gone too far. I think it's to the point now to where even if the bill is completely just scrapped and never even talked about again, people are just out there to cause issues at this point. So I'm for the Hong Kong bill. I think that they need to extradite. Which major country now doesn't have extradition laws? I mean, come on. And you're not going to get in trouble just for saying something that's even written into the bill. And I think the other thing people need to understand is that extradition is a two-way street, right? If someone breaks a law in mainland China, well, then they can be pulled back to Hong Kong. But the other thing is if the law is in Hong Kong and it's not broken, the Hong Kong government isn't going to extradite you for no reason, right? That's part of extradition. The local authorities go and get you, and then they send you, right? No one is saying that the Chinese police or Chinese government is going to come down into Hong Kong and get you. If anyone is going to get you, it's going to be the Hong Kong police, and they're going to push you back to the mainland China, right? So people need to read this bill to understand. And the other situation is, if you really really believe what you're saying, you can't support things like murder and illegal criminal activity, and then you can't support that and say that people shouldn't be charged with their crime, right? You should. So if you break a law, that's what has to happen. You have to be deported. You have to be sent back to mainland China or wherever it is, right? Wherever it may be. So that's all I wanted to say. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day, guys.